All right, back on Deck Circle here, presented by Extreme Network. So this is David Stearns, the Brewers president of baseball operations. Adam McCalvey tweeting this out here. And this is on Dinelson Lamet. Just real quick, leave this tweet up here. He was part of the Josh Hader trade, and so the Brewers got him, and then they let him go. They designated him for assignment. Dinelson has a good arm, was included in the trade to help balance out the deal. As subsequent transitions played out, the roster fit became a little tougher. We are hopeful we will be able to keep him in our system. So interesting, Bo. I mean, you acquire a player, and Lamet has dealt with some injuries throughout the years, and we're starting to work his way back here the last couple of years and this year as well. But then they designated him for assignment. So just take us behind the window here a little bit.
When you make these type of trades, it can be a situation where a player can actually get designated for assignment. They can clear waivers with one team and accept the assignment, but they can clear waivers with another team and not accept the assignment. Right. So when you look at this situation and him changing the organizations, the Brewers had to know something that we really don't know about the deal and understood that this was a move that was already in the making when the deal was made.
When I saw Lamet was in that deal, I thought a couple years ago when I was covering the Padres camp, they're like, Lamet's the nastiest guy on our staff. I'm like, oh, this guy's going to be unbelievable. And so when I saw him in that deal, Fran, I was thinking, oh, man, the Brewers are going to get him. They're going to get him right, and they're going to, he's got electric stuff. And then next thing you know, he's DFA'd. Right. Right?
Yeah, and dealt with, I mean, because I know the time you're talking about, that's when he was coming up, and then he had the injury issues.
He got banged up,
and ever since, he's still been trying to work his way through that a little bit.
Yeah, now, we don't know if he'll make it through waivers or accept his assignment, but one thing I will say, if this guy, with the type of arm and stuff that he had and some big league experience and success, if he doesn't clear waivers, please believe that somebody's going to be coming to get this guy. Because if his arm, like Bo said, unless there's something that we just don't know about, the arm talent was definitely there. He's a guy who I said had some success already, so somebody will be coming to look for this guy to see if they can fix him, because when you have talent like this, there's always one team out there that believes that they can fix you. So you can't pass up on an arm like this unless, like Bo said, something is wrong that we just don't know about.
Well, now let's back up. Let's go big picture here. Josh Hader, Taylor Rogers, biggest parts of that trade here. I asked you when we were on the phone earlier, well, if you were on this Brewers team and you were in that clubhouse, what would your thoughts be seeing your ninth inning guy being traded?
Well, my initial thought is, what are we doing? But then, as you look at the trade, I mean, Rogers was the closer for the Padres all year, and ran into a little buzzsaw lately, but so did Hader. Listen, I think the biggest thing is Devin Williams is legit. And he can be a legit closer, and I think that him sliding in there, that as a player, I look at, okay, we got Williams can close, you got Rogers to set up. I think as a player, I could live with that.
I think when you're in the situation that the Brewers found themselves in, they look at their division, they're in second place, the other three teams are completely out of it. They're saying this is a two-horse race. And it's us and the Cardinals. And when I look at our roster, I believe if you're sitting there saying we can win this division even if we trade Hader, and they're looking at their roster for the next 2 or 3 years, and I think that's what led David Stearns to make that decision.
Just give me 30 seconds here.
Listen, when I look at the big picture, he's going to be owed $15 to $16 million. If I had to guess, you have a guy with control, Devin Williams, who's absolutely lights out and nasty. I don't mind this move at all. It's a business move.